All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Friday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you're not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin right now is pumping, baby. And look, this is the long trade we took yesterday. We sang the pump song. As you know, sometimes the pump song does have a delayed effect, guys. And we hit both take profits too. Uno and dos, baby. And we're going to be talking about this Bitcoin movement to the upside and what we are looking at. I have locked in $1,000 of profits already. And for the week, right now, that has me up about 6K on this account. I also did FOMO into another little long here last night upon reclaim of VWAP. An excellent risk to reward ratio, which has me up for the week on this account about 6,000. So altogether, we are up about 12K, not including our short trades, which we have also taken, like this one, which is still open. Setup was given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, which is up another $3,600. So trading this week, already we are up about 15K. It's not so bad. 15K in a week. Realized, of course, unrealized is a whole nother thing, baby. So let's discuss what is happening with the Bitcoin price. First of all, got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless each and every one of you. Shout out to my man, Splashfire Films. Shout out to Trapper Keeper. Shout out to Citadel Cult. Shout out to verification error. Interesting. All right, we'll have to look at that. Shout out to Jockey. Shout out to Aaron G. He says, I copied a guy with a plunger on his face and I'm up 500%. Major shout out to our super chat, Alex Shaza. He says, hello, I shorted Sui. Can you look on a 2.02? All right, yeah, let's check out a short on Sui. Guys, as usual, we get 1,000 likes. We will be giving away 1,000 to USDT. So make sure to smash up the likes. Let's check out Sui USDT for our super chat. Right out the gate, baby. He shorted Sui. And he's looking at a 2.02 TP. Well, we're there right now, basically. And where's your short Sui from? I mean, that is a nice... That's a nice take profit, man. You're coming back to hit that support resistance flip that we put in right here at 2.02. So if we... That's a great TP1, depending on where you shorted Sui from. I don't know where you shorted it from, but let's assume you shorted it from here. Actually, that's a pretty bad TP, isn't it? Well, if you shorted from the exact top, that's a pretty good TP. That could be a 4-to-1, depending on where you got in. And if we don't hold this support, then you could be looking down toward the weekly VWAP, which is coming in right around 1.95, which is another, from where we're currently at right now, another 3% to the downside. So we are obviously at first support here on Sui. And we have a big move down if we lose this level right here toward the weekly VWAP, in my opinion. And we've even got the daily VWAP, all right, coming in right around this area. So that's a pretty good move. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. God bless you. So let's discuss what is happening right now with Bitcoin. Man, a few crazy things, as you guys know. Yesterday, we came down and we hit a very important level. We're going to clear off our entire chart. And, well, as many of us know, the Bitcoin price has been in a bit of a consolidation for the past few months, right? Basically half a year of price action coming on in. So I want to mark off a few key levels here. First of all, we had that monthly order block at 58,924. All right. Now, when we came up to this level right here, the 64,413, this was the short setup that we gave in the Casper Crew at 64,413. The reason why we were looking at that, guys, is because it was a very key area of resistance. It was none other than the Fibonacci golden pocket from that last high to the low, right? So that's a very key area of resistance. So we gave the short setup. I let everyone know, taking the short. Currently still holding a section of the short trade, but then what happened is we actually came down to yesterday, unbeknownst to myself, because when I took that long trade yesterday, I wasn't even aware of all these levels. I was just aware of the monthly, but we're coming back down to around the value area low of this macro range, the monthly level, the monthly order block, coming in from around August and September. And in addition to that, if we take a look at all the volume that we traded since August 4th, we're coming down to the POC, all right? So it is a pretty interesting level of support. And when we take a look at Market Cipher B, we do technically see here bullish divs on the 4-hour time frame. So, man, it's looking like a pretty nice kind of potential bottom right here, all right? Now, we are coming up right now to none other than the dreaded 618 Fibonacci level. In fact, as we speak, we are flirting with this level, tapping into it actually. In fact, let me just make sure we're actually hitting into that 618 fib. All right, we're gonna pull it, and that is coming in at 62, 298, and 50. 62, 298, 50. Okay, so we're just front running the 618 right now, but just be aware that the pattern so far, ever since we made this high up here, has been we reject, we come down, we reject from the Fibonacci golden pocket, another lower low. So if we're gonna make another lower high today, it's gonna be literally from where we're at right now, okay? So just be aware that right now we are coming up to the 618. The 618, our high school crush. We tried to ask her out many times in high school, but each time she said, Jason, no, all right? I don't like you like that. I don't like you like a boyfriend. I only like you like a brother. Or I see you as a friend, Jason. Any of you guys familiar with those terms? I like you as a friend. And so, look, we asked her out the first time, we get the rejection. Then we asked her out the second time, right here. Right, we asked her out once here, we got the rejection. We asked her out a second time here, we get the rejection. Now we've decided, you know what, I'm gonna work on myself, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna wear a stringer tank top on the YouTube channel on the treadmill, because obviously girls like sweaty guys on treadmills in stringer tank tops. I'm gonna learn a new language, maybe I'll learn guitar, and then I'm gonna try and ask her out again. Well, right now we're gathering the testicular fortitude to ask out this young lady again, and we're awaiting her answer, but it seems like as we're front running the level, we don't have the balls to actually ask her out right now, just not yet. So we need to wait and see how the day progresses. Now I want to talk about some bullish and some bearish scenarios here, because that's the only way we're really going to trade this, is to be aware of the bull and the bear scenario. Now, what is a bullish scenario right now? A bullish scenario is that we are bouncing from the POC of this range, and that this in and of itself is going to be a higher high from this low, and we can look at this as our low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low into the POC, and then eventually a higher high. This is a bullish scenario. Why is this a potential scenario right now? The reason why this is a potential scenario right now is because of the fact that we have confirmed a 4-hour bullish div on Market Cipher B. We've confirmed it. When you have a confirmed bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, it means it's very probable that the move is going to continue to the upside, and if you get a retracement, you can look to long the dip, all right? In addition to that, when we zoom in on the 4-hour time frame, we do have a local sign of strength, which is in the local downtrend, which is our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low, our lower high, our lower low. We have just made a higher high, taking out the last lower high in the downtrend, which now opens up the door to an inverted head and shoulders pattern. If we get a little bit of a rejection from around this area that we're currently at right now, right, the golden pocket, the value area high, we can be looking for a higher low to come in based upon the 4-hour bullish divergence. Remember, the divergence is the bottom signal, right? You see the confirmed div, that means the bottom is likely in, which means if we do get a retracement, then you can look to come down and buy the dip. Now, where would that dip be likely to come in? Well, let's take a little look at the chart here. What do we want to do? We want to look at the volume of the range, the local range. What do you know? We got the value area low coming in right around 60,600 smackaronis. You go ahead, you pull a fib from the low to the high. What do you know? You got the golden pocket coming in around 60,100. What does this mean? It means we have ourselves a zone of support right down here where we can now look for that right shoulder to come in, and this now is allowing us to stay one step ahead of the markets. Say, yeah, we missed the bottom, or maybe you caught the bottom, but now what do we do? What do I do? Well, if we come back down to this zone, this now gives us a place to reorient our trade. It gives us a new risk to reward ratio. It gives us a new potential 4-to-1 trade setup where we're longing the historic support. It was support back here at 59.9 back in October, Wednesday the 2nd, the 3rd, and then it was support again right here, but we're forming a bullish change of market structure, potentially an introverted head and shoulders pattern right here. all right? Depending on how you want to draw it, like something like this. You know, it's not exact, guys. It's not exact. Give me a break. I'm not a dang head and shoulderologist, all right? I've never had dandruff. I don't have much experience with dang head and shoulders, all right? But if you've had dandruff out there, you know about the Head and Shoulders, right? It's that creamy texture shampoo. Smells a little bit weird, all right? You used it when you were a kid because your dad had dandruff and you were curious. Smelled kind of weird, looked kind of weird. You put it in your hair thinking, feels kind of weird, right? That is what we're potentially looking at right now, guys, for a potential bullish scenario, is if we get a pullback from this area, because the 4-hour has already given us the uneven butt cheek pattern with the juicy left cheek and the skinny right cheek. Now we can look to buy the dip. All right, the dip. We will now look to buy the dip. If we come down, we made the uneven butt cheek here. The money flow on market Cipher on the 1-hour time frame curved to the upside. So when we come back down, we look for the trigger wave. We look for the introverted head and shoulders pattern. And we get into the chopper. And we go up into the air where the Bitcoin price pumps on the chart. All right. That is going to be a bullish scenario. Of course, we're not guaranteed to pull back. We could just pump straight to 100K from here. Who knows? But now let's talk about a bit of a bearish scenario. Okay. The bearish scenario, and remember, it's okay to be bullish and bearish at the same time, guys. All right. It's okay to be bullish and bearish at the same time. We were just talking about this in this morning's New York Open live stream, all right? But look, I'm still in my short because I fully recognize that we have our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low, and we can make a lower high and a lower low. I fully recognize this. On the higher term time frames, there's a valid bearish scenario. On the lower term time frames, there's a valid bullish scenario. You can play both. It doesn't really matter. You can play both at the same time. Here's what really matters. You are prepared for the levels, and you are prepared to trade each scenario in a way that you guarantee you're making money no matter what. For example, if this short trade gets stopped out, oh no, I made $3,000. So sad. But if the short trade does not get stopped out, then I'm making potentially tens of thousands of dollars. Same with the long trade that I'm currently in right now, right? Get stopped out, guess what? I made $1,000, all right? Made $1,000 on the dang long. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, it keeps pumping and I make more. No matter what, I can trade a bullish and a bearish scenario at the same time, making money along the way, and whichever one is right, great, because I'm playing both at the same time, making sure I'm locking in profits along the way. This is the secret weapon to being profitable over time, guys, all right? So now let's talk about a bullish scenario. Now, a bearish scenario. Now, the bullish scenario I just gave you is a legitimate idea that I have to take a trade right now. It's a legitimate idea I have to take a trade. Now, here's the bearish scenario. We are coming up to resistance, which is the area between the Fibonacci golden pocket and the 786, confluence with the value area high. All right. So that means this could be a lower high, which then takes us down to the lower low. Now, where's that lower low going to be? Well, there's a few places it could be, but the final target that I would say we have today on the Bitcoin baby is going to be down around the Fibonacci golden pocket and the value area low of the range around $55,000, because let's not forget, if we lose the point of control of this range, if we lose the point of control of this range right here, then the most probabilities are most that we will come back down to this area, right? So we have ourselves a potential long idea, we have ourselves a potential short idea, right? And then eventually, as we come down to this area, we can make a decision, because as we come to this key confluence, we look at the chart, we see, do we see the uneven butt cheeks at the level? If yeah, we see the butt cheeks, then we can take a long trade from the level down here, okay? We always stay one step ahead of the market. All right, this is how we do it in the Casper crew. All right, this is how we're ready to take the short trade from up here, 64,119, right? Because we were ready for it. We're staying one step ahead of the market. And then when we get the 1 hour, 24 minute, 12 minute, 6 minute divergences on market Cipher B, then you can open up a short because you're trading according to your plan, right? So this in general is what we could see happen. This is a more bearish scenario. And then once we get the bearish scenario, we got ourselves a long trade. And either we take profit one at the high volume node and reject, or see, we either continue with the downtrend, but we know where the key level is, or we break out, retest, and then get a move to the upside and continue to trade this sideways range with the low of the range once again being support, right? See how we are looking at this as a sideways range. We're looking for shorts around the top of the range. We're looking for longs around the bottom of the range. The high volume node right now is acting as support, so we're looking back up to value area high for a potential resistance, in which case we're open if we reject from value area high to come all the way back down to value area low. where we look for a bounce to potentially come back up to the high volume node or all the way back up to the value area high, right? And we can do this on multiple time frames. So if we go ahead and we pull our fixed range volume profile in this current range right here, we are looking for the long trade locally right now from the value area low of this more local range, a range within a range. Because we see a local bullish change of market structure right here, right? We were in a downtrend, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now we've taken out our last lower high. Now, if we get to move back down to the value area low of the range, that's where we want to look for a long trade, right? And we're just using these levels as the places to orient ourselves, come up with our trading plans, and then we make a decision in the time. Now, we are front running right now this Fibonacci golden pocket. Let's check out how market Cipher looks on some of these lower time frames, all right? We'll go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, here's what I see. Money flow crossing from purple into blue with more upside potential, which really means to me, because the money flow is crossing into the blue, I'm going to be looking for a retest, all right? I'm going to be looking for a little bit of a retest here. By the way, make sure to like the dang stream, guys, because we got 1,300 people, only 400 likes. All right, we go down to the 24-minute. What do we see? We don't see bearish divergences yet, guys. We don't see bearish divergences yet, which makes me think we can come a little bit higher here. We go down to the 12-minute. What do we see? Slight bear div, money flow looking good. Makes me think we can get another push to the upside. We go to the daily. What do we see? Daily, if we get a green dot today, that would be nice. How's the 12-hour looking? So the 12-hour, this is quite interesting. We don't really have a bullish divergence here, but we do have a potentially confirmed green dot, which actually could lead to more upside. So this green box right here that you see on the chart is a critical area. We're talking 63K is the highest that we will allow this to go before we say, all right, this is a real bullish move right here. If we reclaim 63K, that's very bullish, honestly. But, you know, if we don't confirm this green dot and we do reject from this box, then we could say it's very likely that this is a lower high, and then we look down to our next supports, eventually around 55K. Of course, halfway there, we do have ourselves the local Fibonacci golden pocket coming in at around 57. 57 is another key level. 57 is actually the next take profit I have here for the short trade that I thought we were going to hit yesterday, guys. Thought we were going to hit it yesterday, but we did not. We did not hit it yesterday, okay? So we're pumping a little bit. We got a little bit of a pump going on here, all right? So this is what's going on with Bitcoin. And so let's remove everything once again. Let's just take a look at what's happened, and let's talk about some more possibilities. Because again, we're not here to make predictions. We're literally just here to mark out key levels on the chart. And once we have our key levels marked out on the chart, then we can determine where the levels are that we want to trade. We can plan for our trades. That way and do so with good risk management so that we can make money no matter what happens. We're always prepared for whatever the move might be. So there is a real chance here, like I said, that this is a higher low. So if we want to see a major breakout, if we're going to have a bullish rest of October, right? Let's say we have a bullish rest of October. Again, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. I've just went over why I don't care either. But let's say we're going to have a bullish rest of the October. What we really need to do is reclaim 63K, hold it, and then I'm very certain we're going to see the $70,000 Bitcoin. Why am I so certain about that? Because on the weekly, we still have this green dot, all right? This green dot in the weekly, in my opinion, is until we have a red dot printing, it's safe to say that there is more room to the upside here. On the 3-day, we could, if we see this, right, we have to think to ourselves, on the 3-day, if we see a green dot now printing somewhere around or above the 0 line, that's going to be pretty bullish. Money flow is curving to the upside here. Even on the 5-day, in my opinion, these low momentum waves here, the ones right here that are like real close to the 0 line, these have the ability, and we often see it, to be just kidding momentum waves. And when we look right now at the VWAP, it really does look like this yellow line could do this, right? And so I do believe there's more upside potential on these higher time frames. And so the key level that we need to be aware of is the $63,000 level. Above 63, bullish. Below 63, bearish. On the daily time frame, if we get a green dot here, that could be enough to push us up, right? Now, this is a bullish scenario from where we're at. We recognize we reclaim and hold above 63. The next area, just based on probability, is going to be 69.8. And if we can reclaim 69.8, the probabilities are that we see a new high, right? Now, this is just a bullish scenario. This is not guaranteed to happen. These are the key levels. Let's talk about bearishness. Let's say, for example, that this is just a big bearish chunk of price action. We got ourselves these highs making consistently lower highs. We've got ourselves these lows making consistently lower lows. If this is a real top here, and it may be, all right, let's assume this is a real top from $66,000. All right, one of the short setups we gave in the Casper crew, which I'm currently still holding. And this is our lower high, and then we make another lower high around this area and reject again. Then there's no reason why we can't see Bitcoin back at the low 40s, because the low 40s, guys, as we know, is the mother of all confluences. There is so much intersectionality right down here. Got to give a major shout out to all my fat, white, ambiguously gendered college students majoring in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies, because I know how much you guys love intersectionality, but right here we have the value area high of the last 4 years of price action. We have the January point of control. We have the trend line of the entire bull market. We have the Fibonacci golden pocket from last year to this year's high. And we have this lower trend line of these lower lows that we've been making, right? So again, a bullish scenario is that we see all-time highs if we can hold above 63. We put in another lower high and we fail to reclaim 63. It opens up the door to potentially seeing the low 40s. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is not to spread FUD or anything like that. It's because if we actually do see the low 40s, all right, let's just do a little thought experiment here, all right, guys? Let's do a little thought experiment, all right? Let's just say, for example, all right, because we've all been in this situation before. I'm going to bring up a situation that we've all seen before, all right? In hindsight, all right, this is what we see, right? It's next year, it's May 2025, and we look back on the chart, and we see, oh man, look at how easy it would have been to long Bitcoin at the trend line of the whole bull market, right? But most people don't have the cojones to long Bitcoin at the trend line of the bull market. Why? Well, because they're not thinking that it's the trend line of the bull market and it's a really bullish opportunity. They're really scared that Bitcoin's dumping and maybe they're panic selling. So if we can be prepared and understand that we have mad intersectionality down here, all right, the college students have gotten their degrees in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender studies, all right, they know everything there is to know about life because they're college students and they have lots of experience about real life. You know, those young 19-year-old kids know everything. And yeah, what a great long to take. Now, Bitcoin is pumping right now, guys. Bitcoin is taking a pump. Bitcoin is taking a pump, baby. Let's get back to our Bitcoin chart, as Bitcoin is currently taking a pump. All right, let's go back to our 12-minute time frame. Let's zoom out here. All right. See, we knew we were going to get a little bit more push to the upside, and let's go ahead and pull our fib one last time. High to low. We've hit the fib, guys. So this is a real big make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. Right here, this is a real big make it or break it zone for Bitcoin right now, y'all. All right, let's check out 12-minute market cipher B. We do have some slight bear divs here. All right, let's check out our 6-minute. We've got some slight bear divs here. This could be a place where we get a little bit of a pullback on Bitcoin. Now, look, if we get a pullback here, I am, once again, like I said, looking to potentially long a dip if we get a pullback from this level. Now, this is a key level of resistance, all right? Don't be fooled here. This is a really key level of resistance. This is a very key level of resistance. So if the bearish scenario that I've already outlined is playing out, this is legitimately a good short trade. All right, so don't hear me wrongly here. But because we formed bullish divs down at this low, and because we've locally changed market structure, personally for me, the trade I'm looking for now is to long a higher low. All right, I'm looking to long a higher low. Right around this zone here, guys. Of course, there are other areas. We could come down to the value area high. We could come down to the POC. But eventually, this is the juiciest confluence that we have right here. All right, lots of intersectionality in that level. All right, it makes me really excited like this. We've got the golden pocket, the 6 Juanita who rejected us, who broke our heart. We've got the 786 down there. We got mad intersectionality down there. All right. By the way, guys, if you want to trade on BLOFIN, they're currently offering 10% cash back until October 20th, which is great. Everything you deposit to trade futures with, 10% cash back plus up to $2,000 future bonus. All right, I'm also trading on a wonderful exchange called MEXC. MEXC, the best deal on fees in the world. Literally, because if you hold 1,000 of their tokens, it's basically no fees. And if you don't hold 1,000 of their tokens, it's still 0.02% fee, which is really, really nice. Of course, if you cannot trade on MEXC, then I recommend you go with the BLOFIN, because MEXC does require KYC, which means know your customer. Know your customer. Know thy customer. All right. And so, yes, we recognize the fact that this is a key area of resistance here. And if we do get a pullback from here, personally for me, I would like to see a move down and then another move up. I would love to be able to compound this trade that I FOMO'd into yesterday. Didn't really FOMO in. It was a very low risk trade, guys. And look, we sang the pump song and it did have a delayed effect here. Can you guys believe that? Let's go back and just recap this. Oh my goodness. My stop loss was below the low. My stop loss was literally right here. And price came down so dang close. Almost stopped me out right there. Man, that was nuts, guys. That was nuts. In fact, let's see if we can't find that. See, we air guitared on the plunger. Oh man, would you look at that, guys? The stop loss. Oh man, look at that, guys. Would you look at that? We were so close to that stop loss getting hit. Can you believe that, man? But you know, we freestyled. We freestyled and we sang the pump song, and you know, we made it happen, guys. We made it happen. Whew! That was a close one, man. That was a close one. I would have been so pissed. So pissed. So pissed, man, if that had stopped me out. That was a close one. All right. All right, so we are getting a little bit of a move to the upside. Now, we are coming as we speak up to, like we were just looking at. Let's go to our 15-minute chart and take a look here at this little range of consolidation. So look, if we can come above 62,367, that's the high volume node of the range, that's actually looking kind of bullish, man. That's actually looking kind of bullish. Let's go ahead and pull this again. Oh man, okay, yeah, you guys can see how bullish it will be if we reclaim that 63K level. Oh man, this could be something. This could be something, guys. This could be something. All right, sheesh. All right, let's see. This could be something. Man, I'm tempted to just. I'm tempted. If we start to break out of this and we don't get a CDW, all right, we break out of this and we reclaim. I think I'm gonna add to this long trade here. I think I'm gonna add to this long trade right here. You know, because this one was you know, as soon as we reclaimed that VWAP and got the retest, I just went for it, man. I said, you know what? Support resistance flip. It's now or never. Tight stop. Let's go, baby. And we went. Let's just put it that way. We went. All right. We got the German haircut, says the man. Who's the man who says that? Khan. He says we got the German haircut. I'll be honest with you all. I cut my own hair. Okay? I cut my own hair. I take a shaver. I shave the sides. And then I take scissors. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And it looks convincing. Alright? Let's see. Shout out to Thomas Klappenbach. He says, Causo FOMO baby. Oh baby. Shout out to Data PhD. 17 plus watchers, 400 likes. Yeah, okay, so we did not get our 1,000 likes. But let's see. Let's see if, look, we did a giveaway yesterday. Let's give it another 5 minutes to get 1,000 likes, and we'll do it. We'll do our giveaway. 5 minutes for 1,000 likes, and we'll do a giveaway. All right, we got 5 minutes on the timer. Smash up the likes. We'll do a $500 giveaway. Shout out to Green Granda. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course, I grow my own food. Shout out to Splashfire Films, and shout out to J-Boy Bullish. How does the back look? I don't know. I've never seen the back, King Peasant. My wife will let me know. I always miss a spot. I always miss a spot. I always miss a spot, all right? Yeah, I can never get the back right. But you know, as a YouTuber, it doesn't matter because you guys only see the front. Which is why I also don't train back or triceps or rear delts. I only trade biceps and chest. And that's it. Because you guys only see the front. You know? Don't train legs. All right, shout out to Tito Gaines in the house, in the chat. All right, we got some struggle at the golden pocket, so we're expecting this. You know, ain't no thing. It don't mean no thing if it ain't got that swing. All right. But yeah, we're expecting a little bit of a pullback from this golden pocket, and really, there are a few places we could get a bounce from right now. But I'd say the most juicy level is going to be around 60,200, give or take, because we have multiple confluences here. We have lots of liquidity, right? This entire move here, we can imagine that if we don't bounce from the POC, we can imagine we come down, we stop out all these people, bounce from support resistance, flip, and then bam, get a move to the upside. So it would be responsible for me right now to actually take some more profits out of this long trade. 62,000. Can I set a partial here? I don't think I can. Dang. All right. Because my entry is above my target to the downside. So let's see. I'll give it a little bit of time. If we start to change market structure here, I will take some more profits out of this. We make a lower low on the 15-minute, and I will take some more profits out of this, all right? All right. Deal? Deal. All right? All right. Deal? Deal. Now this trade, on the other hand, I'm going to keep this guy open, and I will look to add more down around this area. Look to build up a fatty, all right? Look to build up a fatty position down here. Let's see if we don't get the opportunity. All right, look at that. The 618 giving us the perfect rejection right from the 618, baby. Right from the 618. All right. Train quads, but not hamstring. No, it doesn't even matter. All right. All right, we got 700 likes. What should I do with shorts? I place at 60,200. I don't know, man. I can't believe you're still in those trades, to be honest with you. I don't know. What's your plan? Like, what is your plan? So, like, if your plan is... Where's your invalidation? Do you have an invalidation? I can't tell you what to do. You need to trade your own plan according to your own risk management. There's no way I could tell you what to do. I don't know your risk management. I don't know your plan. I don't know your invalidation. I don't know your target. How does the approach to the 786 look on the 24-minute? Shout out to preparing for war. It looks possible preparing for war. It looks possible. You know, it would be a much nicer short signal to get something like this going, right? That would be a much more surefire short signal right there. This is a pretty intense level, though, because of the high volume node. So we would need to be cautious because this would be a possibility to reject from the 786. But based on our 24-minute, it looks possible. Like, the divergences aren't really there. They're not as clear as we would want to see. Even on the 12-minute, like, they're not really as clear as we want to see. They're definitely there. Don't get me wrong. The 1 hour looks toppy. I'd say it's possible, but for right now, to me, it looks like this is going to be our level that we come down from right now. It looks to me like this is going to be our level that we come down from right now. And I am going to be closing out 25% of this position if we make a lower low on the 15-minute. And until we do that, I'm going to hold it. The election will pump us, says somebody. All right. Oh, we didn't get 1,000 likes. It's okay though. There'll be plenty of times for giveaways. We did a few giveaways this week, guys. We did a few giveaways this week already. We already did give a few giveaways this week, all right? Do I believe in aliens? What do you mean by that? Foreigners? Shout out to Tito Gaines. It's just the start of a new Elliott wave. Shout out to Trados Sevicus, who says 57K. That would be kind of nice. At least to fill up a nice long position. Have I thought about giving away my course instead of money? Well, if you give away the money, you can buy the course and a month of VIP, honestly. With 500 bucks, you can buy the course and the VIP for a month. So, if you win 1,000 bucks, man, you can buy 2 courses and 2 months of VIP. So, I don't see what the point would be. All right. Let's see, as we're coming up to the Fibonacci 618, we'll take a look at order flow quick. Let's go to our 15-minute time frame here. All right, so this move to the upside, guys, has been a healthy move. All right, it's been a really healthy move, characterized by an increase of open interest, bullish CVD, you know, positive delta. We see like, yeah, like. In general, we're seeing those longs opening up here. And we're coming to a local resistance. This is a pretty healthy move to the upside so far. A pretty healthy move to the upside so far. We saw a little bit of bullish CVD happening right around this area here as well. That gave us a move to the upside. And then we saw a little bit of bullish CVD happening right in here as well. And that gave us another big push to the upside. And now we're coming up to local resistance. A decrease of OI. So we are seeing trades closing here. Mostly just shorts getting stopped out. This last pump is mostly shorts getting stopped out. We have a few longs opening up here and here. Which means, yeah, we make a lower low on our 15-minute. And we will have trapped a few longs, and I will be taking some profits out of this trade here and looking for potentially either a move back down to 60,900 or a move back down to 60,000 to 60,200. Those are going to be my 2 targets to the downside from this area of resistance right here. All right. What's bullish CVD? It is whales who are absorbing trades. So let's give a quick example of what CVD is. All right, so let me pop on over to a chart that can show CVD and that I can also draw on. So we come over here, y'all, and basically what is happening is we have open interest and cumulative volume delta. CVD. Right here, CVD. All right? And open interest. Open interest is telling you are traders opening trades or closing trades, and CVD is telling you the direction of those trades. So if CVD is going down, like it is here, and the open interest is going up, as it is here, this is telling you this move down is being caused by traders opening positions because the open interest is increasing, and those trades are shorts, and we can tell because the CVD is getting lower. The open interest doesn't tell you if people are longing or shorting. It simply tells you if trades are opening or closing. So if trades are opening and CVD is getting lower, you know the move to the downside is characterized by shorts opening up new short positions. Now let's say there's a big move to the downside, as there is right here. All right, CVD is going down. You might think to yourself, oh man, lots of shorts opening. But no, we look at open interest and see it's actually just longs getting wrecked because the open interest is coming down, saying this is a long squeeze. Right? We had a healthy move down here, characterized by shorts opening up, and then that culminated in a long squeeze. The next move to the downside wasn't people shorting, it was just longs getting wrecked, as can be seen by the open interest closing. Right? When you have CVD increasing and open interest increasing, as it is right here, CVD getting higher, open interest getting higher. This is telling you the move to the upside is being caused by new longs opening up. There's actual real money coming into the market to cause the price to rise. It's not just a short squeeze. We did see a little bit of a short squeeze right here. All right, this first initial move to the upside happened on a decrease of open interest, telling us this is not longs coming in. This is simply shorts getting stopped out, right? And so, basically, we know that if there are buyers coming into the market more than sellers, and there's an increase of open interest, we would assume the price would go up, right? Open interest is increasing, CVD is increasing. That means there are buyers coming in, more buyers than sellers. Real money, it's not a squeeze, it's real money. We assume that the price goes up. And to the contrary, if we see price coming down over time with a decrease of CVD and an increase of open interest, we know that this is not a long squeeze. They're actually shorts opening up, and it's the short money, it's the actual sell button that is causing the price to come down. So CVD absorption is when you can see the market makers messing with the price. Here's a good example. All right, just before the big pump, all right, just before that big pump, we saw something quite interesting here. In fact, let's go down to our 1 minute so we can see it better. Just before the big pump, notice something quite interesting. We are seeing the price getting higher over time. We are seeing open interest increasing over time. But you would assume these are longs opening up, but instead the CVD is getting lower over time. What is this telling us? This is telling us there are more shorts than longs opening up. And yet, we would expect the price to be making a lower low, but instead the price makes a higher low. How is this possible? This is possible because there are bigger players here who are absorbing those short trades. Right? We can see clearly in the order flow that shorts are opening up, but the shorts are not doing what they should do. It's like an algebra problem. You got to solve for X, right? We know that what we see, you know, we're seeing more shorts than longs equals price goes up, right? This is our algebra problem. But here's the problem. The problem is, I'm sorry, this does not equal. Here's our algebra problem. Price goes down, right? We know that more shorts than longs equals the price goes down. All right. More shorts than longs equals price goes down. If we see more shorts than longs, yet the price goes up, that means there's another variable here. We'll call it X. All right. There's a hidden variable called X that's causing the price to go up even though there's more shorts than longs. What is X? X are whales. All right, we're going to put their mouth right here. And this is going to be my picture of a whale. All right, we'll give him a little eye. And this whale has some sharp teeth, man. There we go. This whale is absorbing those short orders by filling up a limit long order. The reason the price is not going lower is because although people are hitting the short button, there's a guy here buying. Every time someone sells, there's the guy buying, which keeps the price at a steady place. Because if you sell and immediately someone buys, things are staying steady, right? The price can't actually go down because every sell is a buy. So price is staying the same. Somebody's holding price here. Once this whale has their order filled, bam! They now have the power to push the price to the upside because there's no more sellers. The sellers ran out, and now the big money can say, all right, I bought everything I need. Bam, let's pump it, baby. Let's pump our bags and leave these retail traders short squeezed. All right? That is what CVD is. I have free videos about this if you go to YouTube and you search for Jason Casper CVD. These videos right here, follow the big money. Follow the big money again, how to trade CVD divergences, trade like a market maker, trade with the smart money. This is all CVD divergences, guys. Check it out. All right, we got lots of good content on here for the free. All right, for the free. So check that out if you're interested. All right, let's see if Bitcoin has lost our level here. All right. All right, we got a super chat in the house. Shout out to Bullish Juice, who says smash that like button. God bless you, Bullish Juice. Thank you so much for the juicy super chat. All right. Let's see. Has Bitcoin lost that level? Not yet, guys. Not yet. We haven't lost the level yet. All right. Chicken leg. Oh, what kind of trash is this? Well, man, look, you don't come to YouTube for non-trashy content, all right? You come to YouTube for the trash. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Subham. He says, love from India. Why do I have YouTube from Mexico? Because I live in different countries every single day, my man, Enrique. Any rapping today? Well, I don't know. You know, yesterday was so intense for me. I don't know if we can rap. I don't know if we can rap today. Maybe. We'll have to see how it happens, all right? Car says, if the CVD is going down along with open interest, that's an organic dump. No, if the CVD is going down along with open interest, that is a squeeze. CVD is going down along with open interest, that is a short squeeze. So if CVD is going down and open interest is going down, that's going to be a squeeze. If open interest is going up, that's a healthy move. A healthy move is characterized by an increase of open interest. Open interest cannot tell you what direction people are trading in. Open interest tells you if trades are open, period, right? So open interest is simply telling you, are traders opening trades or closing trades? They don't tell you the direction at all. So this right here means traders are opening trades. This right here means traders are closing trades. We don't know what direction these trades are opening in. In this instance, those were short trades. And we can tell by the CVD getting lower, right? CVD getting lower here, that means this open interest was primarily short trades. But if we come back over to this section and we see a big increase of open interest, right? And prices going up, we also see that the CVD is getting lower. So these are mostly short trades opening up. This is also bullish CVD divergence right here. Man, we saw a lot of bullish CVD divergences actually in this whole move to the upside. Now that I'm looking at it, look at this. Price is making higher lows. The CVD getting lower. And that open interest is getting much higher. That is absorption. It's absorption. Absorption. Bitcoin holding on for dear life. If we lose this level, where am I looking to bounce? So I have two key levels here, 60,924 and 60,000, give or take. It's going to be two key levels that I will be looking to long once again. It depends on how the chart looks there. It depends on our reaction too. Like, I fully recognize, again, I am trading bullish and bearish scenarios at the same time. Like, this is my bearish scenario, a rejection from here, and then TP again at 57.8 for the short trade. Do I have a dump song? I don't have a dump song. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Have a good day squatting. We've not reclaimed any major level. CT is already calling for 80K. Who's CT? Oh, Crypto Twitter. Where's the next TP on the long from yesterday? I don't really have one, Crypto Pumpit. I already hit 2 TPs on it. These 2 yellow lines were my 2 TPs. So really, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens here. And really, what I would like to do, because this is such a small position right now, I would like to add to it if we come back down to our 60.2 level and really move my entry up to here. And if that's the case, I would be shooting for a new high. I would be shooting for above 64.4. You know? I would be shooting for a new high. Because this is key support right here. So I would be shooting for a new high if that happens. All right, shout out to Sin Lee. Long from the top, short from the... Oh, shout out to you. Shout out to Joey Harris. What's the difference between an EMA and an SMA? An EMA, they calculate it differently. I think the candles closest to you give more weight to the moving average, as opposed to the SMA is simply just a simple moving average. Like, it's whatever time frame you're on, it's giving you the average of all those candles, but the exponential moving average, it doesn't count every candle the same way. I think it gives more weight to the closer candles, if I'm not mistaken. Do I think we could break through that support and head to 57? Yep, I do. What's the difference between the OI and the aggregated? So the difference is, preparing for, and I think you already know based on your question, is that the aggregated is based on all the exchanges at the same time, right? The aggregated is based on all the exchanges at the same time. And so the reason why I only use the ByBit USD open interest in CBD is because it is better. I don't know why, but most people who backtest aggregated versus the ByBit USD pair will get more accurate signals on the ByBit USD pair. I don't know why. You could use aggregated CBD and see divergences that just don't play out. But then you go and look at the ByBit, and those are very accurate. I don't know why. It's just the case. So I prefer the ByBit USD. I know there's way more volume on Binance. People are like, why don't you use the exchange that has more volume? I don't know. It is what it just works for some reason, and I don't know why. 63.5 could be a potential top. Yeah, 63.5 could be a top. Oh, 63.5. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it could be. You know, it could be. Let's see what happens here. Is that the 786? What is 63.5 now? Hang on. Is that the 886? No, I don't know what that is. Hang on. No, I don't know what that is, but okay. Could be a top. Shout out to the weekend pump. More likes for 500 USDT. Well, we already have our time limit here. Shout out to Divine Hood. Yeah, that knife catch, bro. Bro, Divine Hood, it's because of you, man. I credit Divine Hood with this long. Because, Divine Hood, if I didn't know about that POC, I would not have taken that trade, man. So, it's thanks to you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Divine Hood. Could we see a W on Bitcoin? Yep, that is one of the things that we're looking at on Bitcoin. Is a W coming in. This is a potential right now. Do I trade other assets other than Bitcoin? Yeah. But I haven't really in a while. What do I think about CryptoFace wanting to swing for a $50 million position? That's insane, man. I can't even imagine putting that much money up. That's insane. You got the Holy Bible, the Torah, and the Quran from Amazon? Well, man, you should have saved a little money because the Torah is in the Bible. The Bible has the Torah in it. But there's nothing wrong with reading it twice. Have you already used the inverse button on MEXC to turn from long to short? I never have. Where is my Depends and Plunger? Right here. I'm sorry, guys. I guess this stream is a little bit lower energy than usual. You know, a little lower energy than usual. You know, we haven't done any freestyles. We haven't done anything like that. So, but maybe we will. Maybe we will. Shout out to Investment Time. Shout out to Justin Barker. Scamtober. Money flow still coming out on the 8-hour. Yeah, so look, this could, like, there are two scenarios right now. The bearish scenario, in my opinion, is a higher time frame scenario. The bullish scenario is a lower time frame scenario. But the bearish scenario is that this is my bearish scenario right here. We're making another lower high, and we could come down potentially toward that $55,000 zone. Right? This is my bearish scenario. The bullish scenario is that we have formed a nice bottom, and that we're going to come down and make a higher low, and then make another higher high, right? Both of these scenarios are valid, and if you go back and rewatch the beginning of the stream, I literally gave you guys a thorough technical analysis of basically 75% of everything that I'm watching as pertaining to the next trades that I'm looking to take. So go back and check it out if you want my entire outlook on the markets and the next longs and shorts that I'm looking to take here. Go rewatch the beginning of the stream because we lay it out. But yeah, there are many scenarios that could happen right now. The main thing we need to be aware of is that we are at a key resistance, right? So we're expecting a bit of a pullback from here. Once this 1 hour red dot prints, we're expecting a bit of a pullback. And when that pullback happens, the juiciest level of support is going to be 60,176. There are other levels, obviously, along the way down that we could bounce from to be aware of. But on the bigger time frames, right, we do have to recognize the fact that we are bouncing from the high volume node of this range, right? The high volume node of the macro range from August 5th. And so if we do reject from this area, although we could look for a bounce from here, and we could see this happen, we also need to be aware that we could just see this happen as well, because the trend on the higher time frames is bearish, and this is the middle of the range. And until we reclaim 63K, as we said at the very beginning, until we reclaim this green box, the bearish scenario is still valid, and the target to the bearish scenario is going to be down at the bottom of the range eventually, right? So right now I'm literally trading two scenarios at the same time, which sounds crazy to a lot of people who are new, but once you figure out like what I mean by that, you'll understand that, you know, in trading, because nothing is certain, it can be beneficial to be bullish and bearish at the same time. You have to learn how to compartmentalize yourself to be a bull and to be a bear. And if you're just waiting for the next setup, taking trades according to your plans, locking in a profit, it actually puts you in a really nice situation where you don't have to be totally worried about what the price is doing all the time. You just kind of relax and make slow, consistent gains along the way. You're not going to be making massive amounts of money on every trade because you're going to be leaving profits on the table. But all right, we're starting to get another little pump. Let's check out our open interest and our CVD. So, interestingly enough, let's look at the last few candles here. We are seeing shorts opening up here. We're seeing an increase of open interest and a decrease of CVD. So we are actually seeing locally right here a little bit of bullish CVD happening. We're actually seeing 3 million shorts open up right here. 3 million shorts, as can be seen from this 3 million negative delta right here. Increase of open interest, decrease of CVD. We're seeing the shorts open, but the price is not getting lower. This is a little bullish right here. All right, let's see. Maybe we do continue to pump up. Maybe we will come up to our next area around that 786 as preparing for war is looking for. All right, let's see. Should you scalp short right now? You could if you are feeling it. I'm personally not. But that's because I'm short from other places, and I don't like the way my indicator looks, to be honest with you. Like, if we do get a short to the downside, we'd have to say it happened simply because of the technical level and not as much because of our indicators. Money flow is getting thicker here. The 24-minute, I really want to see a 24-minute bear div. It's very slight. But look, if you do decide to take a short here, you have everything you need for a valid entry, which is you have an entry level, you have a stop loss. It's a small stop loss, and you have a target. Your target one. Honestly, if you just TP at the value area high, it's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio right now. You're risking 1 to make 3, or for my final target, you could be risking 1 to make 10. I mean, it's a good, in my opinion, it is a good trade setup. It's not the highest probability, but it is low risk, high reward. The reason why I say it's not the highest probability is because our indicators aren't giving us the most clear signal here that we're going to get a move to the downside. We're kind of assuming that this 1 hour red dot is going to print within the next few hours, and we're also going based off pretty much just the 6 minute and down, right? Just the 6 minute and down. So I would prefer to see higher time frame clear confirmations for it, which we don't see, but doesn't mean we can't get the move. And again, if you're already in a long and you're using good risk management, then maybe you would want to take that trade. You know, it's up to you. It really has to be up to you at the end of the day. It's like Burger King, man. You got to have it your way. You go to Burger King, you have it your way. Lots of processed seed oils and refined carbohydrates. That's my way, baby. That's my way. Shout out to GJD. Faith is the victory. Can you please do your analysis for USDT dominance? Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Man, we gotta have Lane Hughes up on here. All right, so this is very interesting because obviously USDT dominance is the inverse of Bitcoin, right? When you get a bearish divergence on USDT dominance, as we got around here, that pretty much signaled the bottom for Bitcoin in November, right? We had the money flow getting lower here. We had the momentum waves getting lower here as the price was getting higher, right? Again, we saw a bearish divergence right here in September 2023, right before that big move to the upside. So this is inversely correlated to Bitcoin. And then what's quite interesting actually is this. Just recently in August, we came up to a major area of resistance with a pretty nice looking rejection from that level of 6.47%. And from that point, we have actually changed market structure ever so slightly, right? This channel, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we make a lower high and a lower low. So for the first time here, we do see a little bit of change. We made our first lower high and our first lower low, which could be the sign of something bullish about to happen. If we break from this trend line and backtest, we could see this like a bear flag, right? We could see us come down quite a bit. Come back down toward the this area that we saw in the end of, basically the end of the bull market last time. Right? So that is quite interesting to look at. Now let's look at our weekly. So there's a few ways to look at this. You could look at this as a, first of all, we don't really have a bearish divergence at this high on the weekly. We had some daily divergences, but we do see the basic strategy of market Cipher playing out here, right? We see trigger waves, anchor waves, and money flow getting lower, and then we finally break down from support. And then what happens is, you know, we make our high, we make our lower low, we make a lower high, back test, support, resistance, slip, and we are seeing, technically speaking, a hidden bearish divergence here. As the price makes that lower high, the oscillator is making a higher high. And so that does lend a little bit of credence to the bullish Bitcoin idea that we are going to see a bullish rest of the year leading into the beginning of 2025, where, you know, potentially we could end up coming down to this target right around here of USDT dominance, meaning more people are in Bitcoin and crypto than they are in the Tether, right? Because when people are moving out of Tether into Bitcoin, it's pumping the price of Bitcoin. When people are moving out of Bitcoin into Tether, that means people think Bitcoin's going to crash, and it kind of is a self-fulfilling prophecy, because the more people sell their Bitcoin and move into Tether, the lower the price of Bitcoin goes, and the higher the Tether dominance goes, right? So it is very interesting. We have a potential bear flag here. We have a slight change of structure on these higher time frames, and we have a target to the downside of right around here, which is right where we were, you know, back here in fall and winter of 2021. So it is quite interesting, and that would be very bullish for Bitcoin, because this is the inverse of Bitcoin, right? So if we inverse this chart, invert the scale, you know, just like how Bitcoin had the big breakout last October and then consolidate in January and then reach that high in March, Now, people are looking that Bitcoin is forming a somewhat of a bull flag, and then they're looking for that big breakout, did a new Bitcoin all-time high. So it's literally the inverse, right? So it's very interesting as we are changing structure here on the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame. Let's check back out to this. All right, we're holding. All right, praise God. Shout out to CY. What do I think about Sui? Well, I think Sui probably needs to come down a little bit for it to be healthy, right? Like, let's check it out. You know, we didn't quite take the high. I would either be looking for us to take the high, but we're actually looking at this in the very beginning of the stream. I would say that Sui is looking a little overextended here, and I would love to see a pullback down towards some lower areas. So the next major support resistance flip that we have is going to be right around this area, $2.02. I'm sorry, not $2.02, $1.939. Let's go ahead and pull a fib. Let's actually pull a fib from this low. And let's pull the volume here. Yeah, so, you know, if we don't hold this high volume node, there is a real chance we could see us come back down to 1.939. Or our value area low of range is right on the Fibonacci golden pocket. I mean, this would be really nice, to be honest with you. That would be very nice, because this is a historic support resistance flip right here. Right? It was resistance flipping to support, support, consolidation. That would be really nice. Let's check out our 4-hour on Sui. Yeah, we get another 4-hour trigger wave. It could take us down a little bit. Now, of course, front running that all-time high would be the next area that I would look at for a bit of a pullback. So if we don't get a pullback from here, I'd be looking for a pullback from reclaiming and then losing this level. But I'm not the kind of guy that likes to get into altcoins after a big pump like this. I mean, in the last few days, we've seen it go up 18%. So, you know, for me, getting in now is just not worth it, because I'd have to put my stop below. That's just not worth it for me. You know, this is the 4-hour chart. Why doesn't anyone mention SHIB? Well, we'll mention it. SHIB, 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 SHIB. SHIB, SHIB, SHIB. Man, SHIB is pumping right now. We haven't done any SHIB analysis since May. Man, I don't know, but SHIB had that massive breakout. I mean, where did we buy SHIB? In December. I bought SHIB right here because we broke out of the trend line. And I'll be honest with you guys, I sold some SHIB probably around this area once we started to pull back and we didn't get the bounce. But let's actually take a look at SHIB, you know? Let's take a look at SHIB. Where are we bouncing from right now? Right in between that area, let's pull the volume. Front run the... Wow. Okay, so we're bouncing from the previous range POC. That's actually pretty nice. Let's take a look at SHIB right now, because we're still consolidating here. So here's what I would look at with SHIB right now. If we're going to continue up, I would look at this as our sideways range. And I would look for a buy if we come down to this zone right here, because this would be giving us the invert head and shoulders pattern, which is basically just a change of market structure. It actually looks pretty nice, pretty dang nice, to finally then break out of this old range and come back up toward the top of the other range up here. That would be something I would be interested in for SHIB right now. That's a nice 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I would buy some SHIB on spot down there. Real King Solomon says, y'all be careful with the SHIB meme. Yeah, just be careful with memes in general, guys. I mean, be very careful leverage trading them for certain. Like, mostly when I deal with memes, I leverage trade them sometimes, but primarily I buy them on spot, because the reality is, you buy a meme coin on spot, there's no risk of liquidation. At least you still have your meme coin, even if it goes to nothing. You know? Gym Addiction. I'm looking for a coupon because I bought TradingView Premium for Footprint, but the data isn't accurate, and I lost a lot on it. Talking to J-Boy Bullish. Huh, that kind of sucks about TradingView. Alright, let's check out. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Check out your Bitcoin order flow. Are people loading up on shorts? Yeah, people are loading up on shorts, which is so far giving us some pretty bullish CBD, which means I think we're going to get a pump. Alright? I think we're about to get a pump. Yeah, people are loading up on shorts right now, for sure. People are for sure loading up on shorts. What about Pepe Coin? Man, we loaded up on Pepe Coin too in December. I'll take a look at it real quick. I just want to see out of curiosity. How many steps I've taken. I've been live streaming for like 3 hours. Alright, let's take a look at Pepe Coin. Alright, we also bought it back in January or December 2023. We had the breakout of the head and shoulders, massive pump. Same as SHIB, actually. We come down to a weird area. I guess value area low of range. So, I mean, if you're not in Pepe right now, like if you're not already in Pepe, where would I want to be looking to get in? Yeah, right around here, to be honest with you. I mean, right around where we bounced from. So this, I'd say, is valid place to get in on Pepe. Things look nice on the daily. How's the weekly look? Weekly has more room for upside. This is not financial advice, like, but we made a low, we made a higher high, and we bounced from the golden pocket. So it is support. Yeah, it's support. That would basically give us something like this, and we could shoot for the highs once again. You know, it's actually it's really not the best risk to reward. It's really not. You know, if we came down a little bit lower to value area low, or even that POC, like we come down a little bit lower to the POC of this range, that would give us a better risk to reward. Let's say we get another drive to the downside, or we like consolidate here and then break down. If we consolidate and break down in this triangle, let's take a look at this. Yeah, then I would be interested in this zone right around here. Which could give us a better risk to reward. Yeah, it gives us a much better risk to reward. Let's say we form a triangle here, right? And then the triangle breaks to the downside. And then we just come back down into this zone of support right here. And then that's where we could look for our entry. That would be nicer, in my opinion. It's still maintaining bullish market structure. Shout out to XYZ Sheng. I don't know how to read this language, but I appreciate your comment. Shout out to Preparing for War and Divinehood having a conversation. Shout out to Christian Sharp. What about a Caspa long? How many trades a month do I post in the Discord? Well, I don't give signals in the Discord. I mean, sometimes I tell people if I'm taking a trade. Like, for example, this, I told people I was taking a trade, but every single day, I come in here, well, not every day, but most days per week, I myself come in here and give you the setup with the confirmations that I'm looking for. And it's not just me in here. We have the whole Casper crew, including our instructors, like Boyan, in here doing the same thing. All right. So Boyan's in here doing it. K-Pax, White Phoenix, they're all doing live streams. They're all giving their setups and stuff. And like, we don't give signals, but sometimes we do tell people when we've taken a trade. Like Boyan does it, sometimes I do it, sometimes. It really depends on the context of the trade. Like if it's a small scalp trade or whatever, I'm not gonna tell people about it because, well, if you're not a trader, you don't understand. But just because someone tells you they're taking a trade doesn't mean that's a good idea for everybody. Let's just put it that way, right? But if it's a well thought out trade that I've been prepared for and we have our confirmations, I will let people know. All right, shout out to Robbie Axelrod. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate you. God bless you. Is there any coupon for exocharts? Not that I know of, Gym Addiction. All right, let's see. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a dump here from the 618. That's interesting because I thought we were going to pump based on these shorts. But now it looks like those shorts are starting to change market structure on us. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to stay true to my word. If we lose 62K, I'm going to close 25% of this position. Yep, friend zoned it again. Am I shorting? I'm not opening up a new short, but I am still holding 2 shorts on Bitcoin from higher. So right now, this is my bearish plan for this short trade. If I see a clear rejection, maybe I'll add a little bit to it to make my entry around here. But in general, I'm not opening up a freshie. But this is a real place where we could put in a lower high. And we're either looking for a higher low or a rejection. So down at 60,000 to 60,200, this is very, very key. This support level that goes all the way back to here, I'm either looking for a bounce where I will add to my long, or I will, if I don't see anything bullish and only bearish signs, then my long will be closed for, you know, our $1,000 profit, stop loss at entry, and then I will hold my short and look for the next trade. And the next target, if we don't hold $60,000, is going to be 57.7, where I will take the next profit on this short trade. All right. All right, Danny was supposed to eat dinner, but wants to see what happens. Well, just eat dinner in front of the computer. That's what I do. I walk and I eat. Just kidding, I don't do that. All right. All right. All right. From Uptober to Ftober, says Incognito 111. 60,200 is now a big support with multiple confluences, golden pocket, pitchfork, and the value area low of the macro range. I would love a drop to long there. Yeah, Divine Hood, that's going to be a really key level of decision for us right now. So I would also love a drop down to there. And we changed 15-minute market structure, and I am closing 25% of this trade. How do I sleep at night while holding trades? Well, I just set my stops and I take profits and I make sure that I'm not going to lose, right? But here's another thing. I do, at times, trade. All right, I don't recommend this. You'll get brain cancer. God forbid. God forbid. But put your phone on airplane mode and connect over Wi-Fi. I feel like Wi-Fi is better than 5G. I don't know for certain, but it just feels better to say I'm on Wi-Fi. And have your phone on Do Not Disturb, except for your TradingView alerts. All right? Have your phone on Do Not Disturb, except for TradingView alerts. And then, make sure those alerts go off. And make sure the alerts go on vibrate. And put that phone on your bed so the mattress vibrates and your pillow vibrates when Bitcoin hits your level. All right? This is a degen technique that I have perfected throughout the years. All right, major shout out to Tony English for the super chat. Please consider setting up a premium tech service announcing my trades and setups. Many people would pay. I don't have time to the Discord. I don't know, Tony English. It seems a little crazy to me, to be honest with you, but I really do appreciate the super chat. You can have Discord send you alerts. You can mute every channel except my TA channel. You can mute every channel except my TA channel on your Discord. Right? So you can only get push notifications if you have an iPhone from Discord from the TA channels that you care about. All right, shout out to Daiko UI doing that technique as well. How many hours do I sleep? Well, I like to get a lot. You know, I really do. Last night, I slept for... I was in bed at 10:30. I was up at 8. So whatever that is. A lot of hours. 10? 9.5? Yeah, 9.5 hours. But the night before that, I only got it like 5 hours. So it's been weird lately. You know, plus we got a newborn, got a 4-month-old baby. I guess 5 now, 5-month-old baby. You know, one of the other kids has a bad dream or whatever. Plus, it's been hard to go to bed early, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know what it is, but at the end of the day, you know, me and Big Butts 28, we sit down on the couch, look into each other's eyes. Like, hey, what's going on? You know, it's been a long time since we last spoke. It's been a whole long day of work. And then we end up talking, and the next thing you know, it's like 9 p.m., and then it's like 11:30. It's like, what the heck? Where did the time go? You know how it is. Yeah, sleep is the tonic. Honestly, the more sleep, the better. You feel better, you look better, you smell better, your breath is better. You know, everything's better. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out of here. You know, tonight is Yom Kippur. All right. May God bless everybody in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching the stream, and I will see you guys next week. God bless you and peace.